What's up, guys? Dude 1940 here. We are back with episode 9 of our New York Islanders Be a GM mode. And in the last episode, we were trying to make a decision on whether we should trade some of our, prime players, guys who are around 25, 26, 27, for some draft picks or some, 20-year-old players that are up and coming. And I've been thinking a lot about it, and I've realized, we have a decent record. It's okay. We still have a couple months left here. We're a young team. I mean, you look at our group. Let's just go to contracts. I feel like I'm a little too harsh on this group, and I'm kind of rushing them a little bit. I think we have a good group, and they're young. I mean, you look at our top players. 25, 24, 27. Marty St. Louis is an exception, but 25, 27, 31, 22. Not that bad. 24, 25. We're a young team. And this year we're struggling, yes, but I mean we've added a lot of new guys. Marty St. Louis, Danny Heatley, who I guess is all the way down here. We've thrown some new players in the mix. We've gotten a new goaltender. A lot has been happening with this team this year. There have been a lot of changes, and I feel like it's a little bit too soon to start making series changing moves like that. We have $3.9 million in cap space. But yeah, I feel like our team is good. Is definitely good enough. I mean, our defense could be a little bit better. Goaltending, I think, is fine. Offensively, we should definitely be fine. But, we're starting to heat up a little bit around trade deadline. I really don't think we have any pieces to trade. I mean, we could trade Marty St. Louis, flip him again. But you guys saw his trade value. It wasn't that much. I'm pretty sure he's going to retire at the end of the season. I don't see him playing another year after this year. If he does, then that's cool. But yeah, we'll see about it. But I mean, you look at our minors as well. I mean, you look at the potential guys: Michael Dal Cole, Joshua Ho-Sang, Ryan Pulock, Tubert, Conroy, this Keeley guy, Kapitanov, Lee, Pellick, Simmons. We have all these prospects. And even on our starting lineup, I mean, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. We still have Griffin Reinhart coming up. Ryan Strome is looking like he's going to be good. Travis Hamonic, Nelson, DeHaan, Cizikas, Donovan. We have a lot of young talents on this team. I think it's a little bit too soon to start, trading some of our young players away. I don't think we need to do that just yet. I think next year or the year after. Year 3, year 4 would be where we make that decision. I still think we're an up-and-coming team. If we don't, make the... I expect to make the playoffs this year, I do. But if we don't make it to the second round, or if we lose in the second round, I still think that's a good year. We're still... I wouldn't say we're rebuilding. I'd say we've pretty much rebuilt. I say we have the pieces in place. We're just waiting for them to get better. I think the rebuilding stage is done. We just need to wait until they progress and become a cup contending team. So we're going to keep the team the same. We're going to just skip right over the deadline. I do not think we need to make any moves. I think our team is good enough. So let's see if they can prove me right. Alright, trade negotiations. No, we're going to skip right over it. If we want to trade for that first round pick, we can trade for that in the draft. I mean, this is definitely a year, year 2, where we would like to have that pick, that first round pick, but we don't need it as of right now. I mean, we have so much young talent. I mean, obviously another 4.5 star prospect would definitely help, but we don't really need it right now. All right, so the New Jersey Devils, they don't have the greatest record. This is definitely a game that we can win. Now let's see. We didn't make any moves at the deadline. Now let's see if this team can prove me right. First period, 1-1. John Tavares and Ryan Clough. Second period, 3-2. Kyle Poso, Colin Fraser, but then Jordan Eberle. All right, so all three first liners. So Poso, Eberle, and Tavares. Or I may have switched up the lines. I don't remember, but those are the 3 head guys on offense. And now third period. All right, there we go. Camilleri, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, and the Marty St. Louis with 2 goals. Look at that. I didn't make any moves at the deadline, and look what happens. All of our top guys scored. Tavares scored, Okposo scored, Eberle scored. Marty St. Louis got 2, and Ekman Larson got 1. So our top defenseman and 4 of our top forwards got goals that game. So that's great. And John Gibson made 31 saves. So that was a great game right there. Great game. We scored 5 on Wedgwood for the Devils. I don't know who that is, but maybe he's a young prospect for them. Who knows? Yeah, 6 goals and 30 shots is definitely good. Alright, so now let's simulate the rest of March. And now I guess we'll see in this video whether we make the playoffs or not. Hopefully we can. Let's go on a bit of a winning streak here. We're 30, 26, and 9. I think we're on pace for a playoff spot. We may or may not be. Hopefully we are. The Pittsburgh Penguins, that's a big test. That's a big test to see how good our team is going to be. Alright, Malkin and Crosby, man, they're tearing it up. Let's see what we can do. Oh, we lose 4-2. That's an okay loss. I'm not too upset with that one. Alright, the Nashville Predators, a team that gets me every single year. Look at James Neal go, 37 goals, and we beat them 5-4. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the Predators are doing good this year. But yeah, thankfully we're in the Eastern Conference, so I don't have to worry about them in the playoffs. Dallas Stars, they're a great team. Spets is tearing it up, but we beat them 5-2. Alright, so what do we have? 10, 16. We have 18 goals in our last 4 games. That's fantastic. Alright, Johnny Gaudreau and Sean Monahan, the future right there. Leading them. Oh, we lose that one. I'm pretty sure that was a regulation loss as well. Alright, let's bounce back against Alex Ovechkin and the Capitals. Yeah, Alexander Ovechkin, 39 goals, Backstrom, 48 assists. Oh, we lose 3-1. Boys, we can't be losing these games in regulation. We gotta be winning these games. Alright, the Red Wings. They still have Datsuk, and he's still tearing it up. He has 69 points on the year. Don't give him number 70. Oh, we lose again. 32, 30, and 9. Oh, the New York Rangers, wow, they fell off since the beginning of the year, that's for sure. Ooh, we beat them 2-1. There we go. Alright, can we win back-to-back? Can we beat San Jose on home ice? Logan Couture and Joe Thornton and the Sharks. Boom, we do. 4-1 victory. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, it looks like John Tavares isn't going to get to 50 like he did last year, but that's fine. I'm fine with at least 35 to 40 for Tavares. Alright, Jeff Skinner. Andre Sekera, 43 assists, but we beat them as well. 35, 30, and 9. Looking good. A little bit of a winning streak here. It's always good. The Columbus Blue Jackets, they're a good team. Ryan Johansson. He's doing well. He's got over 70 points. Ooh, we beat them 4-1. Yeah, we're clicking right now. The Arizona Coyotes. Oliver and Larson's old team. We beat them 4-2. All right, boys. We're on what, a 6-game winning streak now? 5-game. All right, the New Jersey Devils. We beat them too, 2-1. All right, we're stepping up at the right time. We are stepping up at the right time. Look at this. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 straight wins. We went on a little bit of a losing streak here, so I was kind of worried, but we came back with 6 straight victories. That's what I'm talking about. We only have 4, 5. Yeah, we only have 5 games left in the season. If we can win, I'd say 3 out of these 5, we should be good. But just in case, we'll check the standings to see where we stand. Alright, so we're 11th in the league, so I'm pretty sure we're in the playoff spot. Ooh, alright, so we are 7th in the Eastern Conference. Alright, so it looks like Pittsburgh, Detroit, and Toronto. Look at that, the Maple Leafs, they already clinched the playoff spot. So for you Toronto fans, there you go. Wow, look at the New York Rangers. They're all the way down here, 13th in the conference. Do you guys remember from episode 1, they were looking like they were going to get 120 points or something. They had an incredible record, and now they're bottom of the East. It's crazy. Montreal is down here, Washington and New Jersey are all the way down here. Tampa's fallen out of the playoffs. Alright, so we have 85 points. We're only 1 point away from 4th. And we're also only 1 point out of, not being the playoffs. So, looks like we have to win more out of 3 out of 5. We need to win almost all of these games if we want to ensure a playoff spot. I'm confident. I really am. I really am confident in this team. Let's see. The Ottawa Senators. They have a good record. Actually, the Ottawa Senators, they're right behind us, right? Let's check. Team standings. Metropolitan. We're just going to see our points. We have 85. Yeah, so the Ottawa Senators have 84 points. So they are 1 point behind us. They're right behind us in the standings. So we have to win this game. Then we play 2 against Philly. I believe Philly is actually chasing us as well. Yeah, they have a similar record. So yeah, we have to win these 3 games right here. These are huge games. All right, so let's simulate the first game against Ottawa. Come on, boys. This is where it really counts. We've been on a big winning streak. And that's gotten to this position we're in, but we got to win this one. The Ottawa Senators. Can we put them 3 points behind us? Oh, no, they shut us out 3-0 on home ice. That hurts. That hurts. They're now 1 point ahead of us. All right, Philly. Jakub Voracek, Claude Giroux, and the Flyers. Can we beat them? Come on, boys. These are the games that count. We got to win these next few games. Philadelphia Flyers. Can we beat them? Come on. Yes! 6-0. That's what I'm talking about. That's more like it, boys. Alright, 3 more games. Can we beat Philly on home ice now? Let's see it. Let's see it happen. Come on. Ah, 3-2 loss. I think it was a regulation loss, too. It might not have been. Actually, I think it was an overtime loss. Alright, let's check the standings. We have 2 games left. Stat Central. Alright, there we go. We're in the 12th in the league, Eastern Conference. Alright, so we're hanging on to 8th in the conference. Actually, look at that. Ottawa is now behind us again, even though they won that game. Look at that. Philadelphia is 89 points. So we won we won that one game. We almost passed them. If we had won that game, we would have passed them. We would have been up here. Alright, so Ottawa is 1 point behind us. Montreal, Carolina are 2 points behind us. And Boston's 3 points behind us. So it's still very close. But we are only 1 point behind Columbus and only 2. Or no, we're tied with Columbus and only 1 point behind Tampa and Philly. So it is so close. 5th place all the way down to 12th place are all within 4 points of each other. That's insane. Alright, so we got to keep it going. Toronto, they're in the playoffs already, so maybe they're slacking off at the end of the year here. Who knows? Look at that, Kadri, 60 assists. Joffrey Lupul, 42 goals. I know you Maple Leaf fans will be happy to see that. Alright, come on, boys. This game, this is huge. Can we beat the Toronto Maple Leafs on the road? No, we cannot. We lose in regulation as well. We didn't even get a point. Alright. So it's going to come down to the last game of the season. That's how close this year has been. I decided at the deadline not to make any moves. That's come down to this game. Let's check the standings. Alright, the Eastern Conference. Yes, we're out of a playoff spot right now. If we win this game, we go above Ottawa and Tampa. But bottom line is we literally have to win this game. We have to get 2 points. We have to get 2 points. Tampa Bay has 1 game left. So all we have to do to make the playoffs is we have to win and Tampa has to lose. Ottawa, I think, already has us because... No, we can still pass Ottawa technically, but they still have 2 games left. So all they have to do is get 1 point out of those 2 games. And I believe they pass us. But Tampa Bay is the team that's neck and neck with us right now. So they have 1 point on us. We have to get 2 points, and they have to lose in regulation. This game is huge. New York Islanders versus the Montreal Canadiens at the Bell Center. Let's do slow simulation. I'm gonna do times 6 simulation the whole game. This is basically Game 7 of the final, pretty much. This is our entire year. Wow, we are really out shooting them right now. 9-3. Oh no! In the last 2.5 minutes, Alex Galchenyuk gets the first goal. Come on, boys. Tavares, Okposo. There we go, Okposo. Oh, there we go, on the power play. It's all tied up. There it is, John Tavares, the 2 guys I called out. Tokarski couldn't stop him. Alright, no, not Grabner. We traded Grabner. St. Louis, Heatley, the All-Star. So, come on, boys, we need 1 more. Oh, Galchenyuk again. Alex Galchenyuk. No, don't let it be Galchenyuk that ends it. There it is, Calvin DeHaan. Alright, there's 10 minutes left. There it is, Ryan Strome, the youngster. Oh, there it is. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh no! Placanitz with 27. And we win it! The New York Islanders. Oh, we might be going to the playoffs, but remember, We are now 1 point ahead of the Tampa Bay Lightning, but the Lightning have to lose. They have to lose that game in regulation for us to make the playoffs. Last year, we barely finished in 8th place. Can we barely finish in 8th once again? We beat the Montreal Canadiens 4-3. Thomas Plekanec made it very close with 27 seconds left. But we held on. Kyle Poso, John Tavares, Calvin DeHaan, Ryan Strome, and Danny Heatley actually got 3 assists that game. So yeah, remember those names come playoff time if we make the playoffs. Danny Heatley, 3 assists. Calvin DeHaan, 3 points. The young defenseman. He stepped up at the right time. There it is. So remember those names if we make the playoffs. Alright. Let's simulate up a day. Let's see what happens. It's slow. It's making us wait. Oh, scouting assignment. I don't see the playoff schedule yet, but I don't think all the teams have played. Man, this is going to be close. This is going to be really close. Alright, let's check the standings. Oh, I'm afraid to, boys. I'm afraid to. Shut your eyes if you don't want to see. East. No, we missed the playoffs. Oh, the Lightning won. Oh, boys. After that intense last game against the Canadiens, it wasn't enough. We needed to win more in the last 5. So even though we won that game, we're tied for points. But the Lightning had 1 more win than we did. They had 41. We only had 40. So New York Islanders, I decided not to make any moves at the trade deadline. We ended up missing the playoffs in year 2. That's rough. The Detroit Red Wings took the the Penguins took the Eastern Conference with 112 points. They will face, looks like, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Let's just check all this stuff at the end. Goals for per game, 10th in the league, so that definitely went up. Goals against per game, 9th in the league. Power play percentage, 12th in the league. And penalty kill percentage, 14th. Alright, so that actually went up. If you guys remember, though, we were in like the mid to bottom like 20s at the beginning of the season, like the first half. So we definitely stepped it up at the end there. It just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Alright, so let's check the final stats for the season, the player stats. Oh man, that's rough, especially because we picked up guys like St. Louis and Heatley. Ah, man, that's rough. I really thought we were going to make the playoffs, boys. I was hoping for a deep playoff run. I really was. Well, not a deep playoff run. I was just hoping to see some playoff hockey here in Long Island. Actually, they're going to be in Brooklyn soon, right? I'm not sure when that's supposed to happen, but I hear it's going to. All right. So John Tavares, once again, an amazing year. 40 and 46, so 86 points in 82 games. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, 71 points in 82 games. Look at that. He got 79 last year, so technically he dropped, but, I mean, you get above 50 points as a defenseman, you're a very good offensive defenseman. Consecutive 70-point seasons. Paul Coffey right there. Marty St. Louis, 68 points. Not sure how many he had in Anaheim, but, you know, he scored a few goals for us. Just wasn't enough. Actually looked like he dropped an overall. He went down to 87. Kyle Poso, 62 points, 31 and 31. I'm happy with that. Jordan Eberle, 56 points. That's actually a big drop from last year, right? Yeah, last year he got 77, so he dropped, what, 21 points? That's not good. Eberle, I decided not to deal you away. You disappointed me a little bit. Franz Nielsen, 55 points. Pretty sure got more last year. Heatley, not sure how many he had with us. Simmons, only 37. Simmons had 60 points last year, didn't he? Yeah, he had 68 points last year, and this year only got 37, so that's a big drop. Calvin DeHaan had a good year, 23 points. Ryan Strome, 20 points. Yeah, the bottom 6 looks fine. As far as plus-minus, bottom 6 as usual. It's not too well. Robin Regehr, not looking like he's good of a free agent pickup as I thought he was going to be. Alright, so last year was definitely a better year for the Islanders. I don't know. The chemistry last year was just better, I guess. John Gibson and Chad Johnson. So Gibson, not a bad record. His goals against average could have been better. Save percentage is actually okay. I'd like it to be around 92, 93%, but I mean, it's good enough, I guess. 0 points out of our goaltending. I want more points from our goaltenders. Maybe that's what kept us out of the playoff picture. Our goalies could have gotten us some assists. All right. So let's simulate up. Let's see. Actually, can we do anything for our GM tracker? Can we boost up anything? Yes, we can. All right, Amateur Scout, Pro Scout. Let's go Amateur Scout. There we go. All right, so now let's simulate up to the draft, I guess. I can't think of anything else we need to do up until that point. Oh, but man, I expected us to make it there. But the draft, now comes the draft. I say St. Louis is actually under contract, right? I say if Marty St. Louis is, depending on his trade value, if St. Louis does not retire, we tie him in with somebody else for that first, or not for the first overall pick, for a first-round draft pick. Whether it's number 3 or 23, you know, just we need a first-round pick. You know, it's year 2. It's a good draft. We need a first-round pick. That's just something that we need. So, if the trade comes, if the opportunity comes, we might have to take that chance. Build for the future, this team. Because I think that's the one thing we don't have. I mean, we have some good young players like Ryan Strome and Griffin Reinhart, and those guys I'm looking forward to. Guys like Kapitanov and Conroy and the other Simmons, Jerry Simmons. But, you know, we don't have that guy like Connor McDavid. You know, we have John Tavares, obviously, but, I mean, we don't have that. To me, we need that superstar winger. I mean, in the Colorado Avalanche GMO last year, you know, we had Patrick Kane, who was 89 overall or 90 overall, alongside of Matt Duchene, who was like 92, and Reed Boucher, who was like 92 at one year, and he had like 99s throughout his shooting category. So I think that's really something that we need. We need that superstar sniper. You know, we have Okposo, but he's a power forward. He's okay. Jordan Eberle, he's a good sniper, but I mean, he's proven to me in games like NHL 13 and 14 that he's very inconsistent in this game, that I realized. So Eberle, he might be a trade piece if we want to go and pick up another young sniper. Maybe even go after Reed Boucher again. But no, I would want to change it up. But still, I think that's something we definitely need to go for, is another future superstar sniper to put alongside of Tavares. Even though he already is a sniper, just a player like that. Or maybe a superstar playmaker, who knows. I can't really think of any like good left wing or right wing playmakers. It's usually all like centers. They usually fit that. St. Louis would be perfect if you were like 10 years younger. That'd be great. I'm just trying to read the message center to see if anything's popping up. St. Louis. Toronto Maple Leafs against the Penguins. Scouting assignment. Yeah, we can. Nah, I want to go for forwards. I was gonna say let's go for defense, but I want to go for forwards. WHL. It's Benson. Benson is looking like he's gonna be a very good player. OHL. Stevens or Gauthier, Smallman. All right, we'll go there. All right, we still got a few weeks left. Yeah, I can't really think of anybody. I don't want to trade Wayne Simmons, but I mean, he's a two-way forward. I think Simmons would be a better third liner, to be honest. It's just, I don't know. I like Wayne Simmons in the real NHL, even though he's a flyer. He's a very good player. But in GM mode, it's different. You know, guys like him just don't produce many points. He really impressed me last season. 60 points for us, 30 and 30. But this year it was a really bad year for him. 37 points on the second line. That's definitely not good enough. He was playing with pretty much the same line mates as well, so I'm not sure what happened this season. But like I said, hopefully there's a great free agent available, and I think that's another thing. If St. Louis retires, that actually frees a lot of cap space. So it looks like the Pittsburgh Penguins are your 2015, or actually 2016 Stanley Cup champions. And the Oklahoma City Barons, the Oilers farm team, won the Calder Trophy, or the Calder Cup. All right, let's stop the simulation. I want to see the playoff tree. Really want to. It looks like Marty Brodeur is still kicking. Yeah, 40, 32, and 10. Not terrible. Almost made the playoffs. Average age 27.6. That's really good. Alright, so now we have $9.5 million in cap space. That's almost good enough to get like a superstar type player. We can still get a very good player with that much money. That's still far off. You know, we still have to go through the re-sign stage. Stats Central, let's look at the playoff tree. I'm pretty sure the awards aren't up until after the retirements. But the Pittsburgh Penguins beat the St. Louis Blues in 5 games in the Stanley Cup Final. Interesting. All right, the Eastern Conference, Detroit beat Ottawa in 7 games. Toronto beat Florida in 5. The Penguins swept the Lightning. That's pretty insane. The Flyers beat the Blue Jackets in 6. The Toronto Maple Leafs beat the Detroit Red Wings in 7 games. Could you imagine that playoff series? Those two have been going at it all year. That's a great series. Toronto came out with it. Pittsburgh swept the Flyers. That's pretty insane. And Pittsburgh beat Toronto in 6 games. So the Maple Leafs, for those of you Maple Leaf fans, you guys made it to the conference final but got beat by Sidney Crosby and the Penguins. The LA Kings swept the Flames. The Ducks beat the Sharks again in the first round. The Sharks are out in 7 games. Colorado beat Chicago in 5 games. St. Louis beat Minnesota in 7. The Kings beat Anaheim again, this time in 5 games. The Blues beat the Avalanche in 5. And the St. Louis Blues got the revenge on the Kings. They beat them in 6 games to advance to the final, but only got 1 win against the Penguins. So the Penguins, looks like they dominated the playoffs. 2 sweeps, 1 6-game series, and 1 5-game. So the Maple Leafs were actually the Penguins' toughest opponent, it looks like, in the entire playoffs. I'm pretty sure the awards aren't up. Oh, they are up. All right. So the Penguins, actually, I really like that, because in previous games, you saw how the Stanley Cup could be won by like the Predators and the Coyotes in year 1. Now it's the Blackhawks and the Penguins back-to-back, so that's really good. President's Trophy went to the Blackhawks. Clarence Campbell, the Blues. Penguins won the Prince of Wales. Sidney Crosby got the Art Ross. The Hart Memorial went to Sidney Crosby for the 3rd year in a row. James Norris went to Erik Karlsson for the 2nd year in a row. So again, the Swedish defenseman, Erik Karlsson, beats out the Swedish defenseman, Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Patrick Kane won the Lady Byng. Reed Boucher won the Calder Memorial. There it is. John Gibson actually won the Calder last year for the Ducks, it looks like. Conn Smythe went to Sidney Crosby. Alright. Vezina Trophy went to Carey Price. Jimmy Howard and Peter Mrazek won the William M. Jennings. Mirko Mueller won the Bill Masterton. The Pavel Datsyuk Award went to Pavel Datsyuk. Ted Lindsay Award went for the 4th year in a row, Sidney Crosby. Maurice Richard went to Alexander Ovechkin for the first time since 2014. Good for him. And that's it. Alright. I'm pretty sure that's all we need to look at. Actually, I do want to check one thing. Player stats season. I want to see how many points the players had. Like how many points like Crosby had and guys like that. So let's look at the entire NHL. Points. So Crosby got 109 points. So wow, so he was 9. So he was 13 points ahead of the 2nd place guy. That's crazy. Goals. Ovechkin got 53. He was the only one to reach 50. Malkin almost got it. Kane, Neal, Stamkos, Luke Bull, Taylor Hall, Patrick Sharp, Corey Perry, Rick Nash, John Tavares all had 40 or more. Right, and then defensemen. The leader in goals was Erik Karlsson with 22. On points, was Karlsson with 77. Oliver Ekman-Larsson was 2nd with 71. And Nick Leddy, look at that. We traded him away, and he finished 3rd in the league with 63 points. Maybe we shouldn't have traded him. Wow, he actually got to 85 overall as well. Maybe we shouldn't have traded Nick Leddy. Maybe we shouldn't have, but what are you gonna do? Can't go back now. But yeah, all right. And now let's look at the goaltenders. I actually just want to see that power play. Wow, Keith Yandel scored 10 power play goals. What about forwards? Who got the most? Patrick Kane was 16, Skinner was 16, Hall and Lupul also was 16. What was the other thing I wanted to look at? How about shorthanded goals? I just like to check all this stuff out. Like Camilleri, 5 shorthanded goals. How about defenseman? Also, Eric Carlson as a defenseman got 2 shorthanded goals. It's pretty crazy. Alright, now goaltenders. Wins. Antti Ranta got 36 wins for the Blackhawks. Wow, so where did Corey Crawford go? Was he injured or something, or did they just split the games? I don't know. Varlamov finished 2nd. John Gibson was 3rd. It says he's playing for the Sound Tigers. I don't know why. Anderson with 30. Wow, Quick, Howard, Lundqvist. All these guys got below 30. Fleury, Rene, Rask. That's pretty crazy. Carey Price. And then, did any goalie score a goal? I've seen it happen. No, none of them. I think it was Braden Holtby that I saw score a goal one year. And Henrik Lundqvist led the NHL goaltenders in assists with 3. Alright. So let's just simulate up to the draft. We're not going to do the draft in this video because I still want to give you guys a chance to put in the comments whether you think we should make a trade, maybe including Jordan Eberle or Wayne Simmons, maybe even Marty St. Louis if he doesn't retire. If we should use any of those guys to use in the trade to try to go after one of the top picks. Alright, so let's see if anybody retired on our team. I saw that Colby Armstrong retired, but let's see if anybody else. Mark Savard finally put up the skates. Hung them up. Henrik Zetterberg retired. That's big for the Red Wings. Daniel Briere. Green. Thomas Caberlet retired on the Wild. Alright, it's coming up soon. Martin St. Louis. Yep, he retired. He retired with a total of 1,126 points, a little over 400 goals, a little over 700 assists. Right, Danny Heatley as well, and Colby Armstrong, and Robin Regeer, and Jeff Halpern. All right, so we lost one top-line player in Marty St. Louis. We lost Danny Heatley, who was a nice third-line scorer for us, and Colby Armstrong, who's just a depth player. We didn't really get to use him this year. Same with Halpern. Robin Regeer, I mean, we signed him to a contract. He did not really do too well for us at all. So not a huge deal that he retires. Chris Neal retired. Phillips the Cavalier retired. Pascal Dupuis. Patrick Marleau retired. That's big for the Sharks. Eric Brewer. Morrow. Gonchar retired to Maple Leaf. Or pick Erskine Rome. Yep, alright, now goalies. Jason LaBarbera. Tim Thomas retired a Blue Jacket. Thomas Vokoun retired a Predator. Martin Brodeur retired as a free agent. So did Hobby Bolin, Clemenson, Hedberg, Holmquist, Hellquist. What else these guys? Brian Boucher as well. Alright. So, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Like I said, leave a comment below. What do you think we should do in the draft? And if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like. I will see you guys in the next episode.